and welcome to Gemma's Window. If you have followed the calculations from the information box below or jumped onto my website at gemmaswindow@gmail.com and determined you are a power year number 1, then you're at the right place. Hi, ones. It's March 2021, and you ones are in the month of 4. So let's review those numbers while we shuffle. We're going to begin, as we always do, looking at business, then looking at love, then looking at any question that you have at all. So while I'm shuffling, ones, you are in the beginning, the first year of the 10-year cycle. So you might have new ideas this year that you come up with, or you might actually be starting something new this year. It's when those seeds are planted. It's also a time where original things might come to you, original thoughts, original ideas. There might be times in this year where you have to step away from the group and stand up for what you believe in, and you're not particularly popular. But it's that kind of a year, and you'll be sent those kinds of challenges. Now, this month of 4 is a month where you get things done, ones. You want to get things done. 4 is always a very hard working time. So March is a month where you might decide to relocate. You might decide to change careers. You might decide to break up with the person that you've been with to be with a person that you think is better for you, or to open up the doors so that you can meet someone who you think is a better match for you. So when we begin, we're going to take a look at those of you who are working, and then those of you ones who are looking for a job. Now, this is a great month to find work, this month of 4, or a great month to get the lead to get to the job. So when we're looking at ones who are working, it looks as though you're treading very carefully in the workplace. Now, I may also be seeing that something's going to transpire at work in this month of March, where you see, I have to get the right kind of advice to proceed forward here, because someone's disapproving of me, or I'm hearing this or that about myself, or suddenly so-and-so isn't speaking to me, or they're acting funny. In any case, in this month, the advice is, or it's a validation that you're doing the right thing by speaking to someone in the know, whether that's HR or a manager, or maybe, you have a family member who knows the score at, where you're working for whatever reason. But you do seek advice and sit back and wait a little bit. And I know that that's in contrast to 4, but I think that the action part of the month for you is to seeking advice and doing the right thing. And I feel like what the answer is going to be, or the advice is going to be, is to wait it out a little bit. Wait it out until, or you might decide to wait it out until, let's see, March, April, May-ish. And you're going to be dissatisfied during this time of waiting too, because you'll have wanted to see change or reprimands or something along those lines. But nonetheless, that's what the reading is that I'm going to leave it at that so I don't confuse it more. Now, ones, for those of you who are looking for work, it does look to me here that you do find the correct person to approach. And this is just a coincidence, because when I said this is a month where you might find very, very solid leads, or a lead that you have approached comes through for you. Well, that's what's in the cards here. You get halfway to your goal that you would like. So perhaps you get offered part-time when you'd really like full-time. Perhaps you have to work from home, so it limits what you can do. And and limits your experience somehow, or you just have to wait until they're having people back into the office place to begin work, and so you're kind of in limbo waiting there for the beginning date that you can start your service, but you are on your way. Coming into being for you ones who are looking for work is I don't know, there's a reference to the past, a reference to the past of, I don't know if it's going back to what you used to do or going back to someone that you used to work with or for. There seems to be some kind of a past reference, but try to be patient as best you can, ones. It looks like across the board, our ones are kind of in a place of holding, of limited movement for this month of March. However, it's an action-packed number that you have behind you, so there are things happening for you behind the scenes. Let's take a look at our ones who might be starting a new relationship, might be starting the first year of a breakup where they're single. Let's take a look at ones who are in a relationship as compared to our ones who are looking for love in this month of March 2021. And it's a great month for movement and for things to happen and for answers to come, even if it isn't in the direction that you would like. Just taking a look here. Hold on, ones. Let's just grab, okay, here we go. Okay, ones, for those of you who are in a relationship, it looks as though things are going to work out on their own. It looks like there might be a particular issue that you've been having with someone. This could be your romantic partner. It could be a relationship. It can reflect other relationships, like with a parent or with a child, too. And it looks like you're coming from a place of, I have no idea what to do, and it just looks like I'm headed towards a loss of some kind. Like either my idea is going to go out the window. Maybe you would like to relocate and your partner does not. Maybe you would like more of a commitment and your partner does not. And it looks as though when you have the Wheel of Fortune card, which you do, it's a reversal of fortune. So it's like if something's not been going well, it can turn around and they take a very good turn. But the point of the card, another point of the card is that it's going to happen on its own. There's a preordained outcome in this particular situation, and your ancestors are on it, and they're going to guide you as a couple towards what you're meant to have, and it may get worse before it gets better. That's what the cards say. So you may end up getting an important answer or information just by this period of waiting for something to work out in your behalf. Now, for you ones who are looking for love, it looks to me as though some kind of method that you're doing to try to find this new person or maybe get back with someone else, you have the Death card here, and that means letting go of the way you've been doing things. It's not working, or the energy around you isn't working because perhaps you're stalking an ex and all of your attention's there, but you're thinking it's all going to, that's okay. I'll just keep seeing this person till somebody better comes along. Say that's the scenario. And it looks as though that's not the way it's that's not the way it's going to work for you. Um, so you have to let go of a thought process, of an attitude, of a method, of the faith that somebody's going to come back or somebody's going to get better or something along those lines, and completely let it go, and then the love will come to you. Because I have my steady relationship card here. And that means that you're working towards having that really, really wonderful relationship that you're looking for. But it's on the opposite side of the spectrum. It's like you have to completely do an about face of something that you've been doing, thinking, saying, showing, and completely try something new. And love is out there for you in the universe. So that's very nice. That's very nice, ones. Let's move on to now any question that you have, and you can ask again about job, or you can ask about love again. Just take the words that I give you and tweak them to fit your question. All right. So don't make a yes or no question. Make a question about what's the best that I can expect from ... And I'm just going to shuffle, give you a minute, because the more specific you are, the more specific the answer is. And the more satisfied you'll be. So let's take a look at, okay, what's the best that we can expect for our ones in this month of March for any situation. Okay, that they have. So it looks as though there is a separation. The separation or bad contract, one or the other, whatever the negativity is, it's in your past, recent past area. Well, and it's okay if this happened 3 months ago too. All right, don't let me throw you. It can be recent past as in yesterday, or it can be 3 months ago, 4 months ago, 5 months ago, something like that too. But there is something that you've been trying to move away from or considering moving away from, and it's a big, huge decision on your part because you're just not you're not sure which way to go. And it just looks like in this reading, it's hard for you to make headway because it looks like there's too many cooks in the kitchen. Like, it's not just you who's making a decision. You're trying to convince others to go along with you for this decision. And so you've got your work cut out for you. Now, this is a great month to do this kind of work in. That's what makes 4 a difficult number, because you've got challenges and roadblocks ahead of you to get to the final resolve. So it's kind of like, here's an example. You and a lover decide you do want to get back together again. You do want to see each other again. But then with COVID, you can't get to each other's houses. And maybe you live with other people. Maybe they live with other people, so that there's so many cooks in the kitchen that you can't just go to their house because there's 3 other adults living with them that don't want you there because of the COVID thing. So it's like, you're up against this, you're up against that, you're up against this, you're up against that. But during this month of March, at least you can get some answers and find out where you stand in a certain aspect of whatever your question is. Okay, ones, I thank you so much. Thank you for joining Gemma's Window. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And I'll see you next month in the month of April. Take care for now.